Bayern 1-2 Inter. Highlights, man of the match, stats as Nerazzurri sink Bavarians with Davide Fertisi's late winner. Davide Fertisi's late strike has given Inter Milan a huge psychological advantage going into the second leg of their Champions League quarter-final against Bayern Munich, following a dramatic finale at the Allianz Arena that ended 2-1 to the visitors. Lautaro Martinez scored the opening goal of the tie, finishing off a fine counter-attacking move in the dying embers of the first half, but Thomas Müller rolled back the years with a customary close-range finish with 6 minutes remaining to level the score. However, within just 3 minutes, an inch-perfect pass from Nicolo Barella and clever play from Carlos Augusto set up Fertisi, who fired past Jonas Erbig to sink the hosts in Bavaria. Not only does it give Inter a 1-goal advantage to take into the second leg, but one must wonder what damage the sucker punch could have on Bayern going to San Siro. The Bayern goal came from a brief switch-off by the Inter backline. But Simone Inzaghi's men ensured that no more efforts rained down on Jan Sommer's goal in the final moments, as they were able to see out injury time and win 2-1. Keeping those dreams alive of repeating the treble they achieved 15 years ago. The second leg at San Siro takes place next Wednesday, with Inter now big favourites to progress to face either Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund in the semi-finals. Sportsmole's verdict. Inter went under the radar when they reached the final in 2023. And they were bitterly disappointed to go out in the last 16 despite a dominant first-leg performance against Atletico Madrid last season. However, following tonight's performance, ending Bayern's 22-game unbeaten home run on the continent, all of Europe should be sitting up and taking notice of a team that has been playing at a high level for quite some time now. Most of the attention has been centered towards Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain and reigning champions Real Madrid, but Inter have taken one giant leap towards the semi-finals with this result tonight. And anybody who has watched the Nerazzurri over the past 3 years will not be surprised by the outcome. Vincent Kompany's Bayern have flattered to deceive at times, but it is tough to be too harsh on them after this result. Given the level of opposition, the manner of the circumstances, and the fact they are still a work in progress under the Belgian manager. However, managers do not get long to impress at the Allianz. And elimination from this open quarter-final could be fatal to Kompany's hopes of staying on at the club next season, regardless of whether they seal a Bundesliga crown next month. So an intriguing second leg awaits. Bayern vs Inter highlights. Martinez goal versus Bayern 38th min, Bayern 0-1 Inter. A slick Inter move sees the skipper Martinez put the visitors ahead in Bavaria. As Carlos Augusto's cross is deftly flicked back by Marcus Thuram, allowing the Argentine to run on and beat Erbig in the Bayern goal, with a swift VAR check confirming there was no offside in the build-up. Müller goal versus Inter 85th min, Bayern 1-1 Inter. Finally, the pressure has paid off as a rare mistake at the back from Inter allows Müller in unmarked, 6 yards out, to tap home the equalizer from Konrad Laimer's cross. Game on. Fertisi goal versus Bayern 88th min, Bayern 1-2 Inter. What drama at the Allianz. Just as it appeared Bayern were set to push for a winner, they have been dealt a sucker punch. As Barella's through ball sets Augusto away, and Fertisi does excellently to divert the left wing-back's fizzed cross beyond Erbig in the Bayern goal. Man of the match, Carlos Augusto. One piece of Inter's 5-man backline, Augusto has done brilliant standing in for the unfit Federico Di Marco once more, suggesting he also up there as one of the best left-sided defenders in Europe. The Brazilian had plenty of responsible in keeping Michael Ollis quiet, but also had a huge hand in both goals, putting in the accurate crosses that led to both goals, ultimately handing Inter the advantage going into the second leg. Bayern vs Inter match stats. Possession, Bayern 58% to 42% Inter. Shots, Bayern 20 to 10 Inter. Shots on target, Bayern 7 to 4 Inter. Corners, Bayern 5 to 1 Inter. Fouls, Bayern 9 to 9 Inter. What next? Bayern will have limited time to prepare for der Klassiker against Borussia Dortmund at the weekend, before the return leg at San Siro next Wednesday, while Inter have a more favourable fixture at home to Cagliari in Serie A. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.